Yeah, I don't know why my face is all red.
I mean, it is a lot warmer in here than it is in the rest of the house.
Maybe you turn the fan on? What is up, everybody?
Making me get up again.
I'm sorry.
Tallies of that.
Did you post this on the
Yes,
Discord?
To the Supremo page, yes.
You notice how I labeled this 405? Oh, man, that means I got to freaking do another story out of my ass.
Oh, man.
Shit.
Well.
What's up, Martin?
What up, dude?
I hope you guys like that. I don't know.
I like how you told it.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know
I took
a lot
a chance. I rolled the dice. I will tell you that Judith Rowland, was the last to die.
Confirmed officially.
Confirmed. So even the cult leader himself was already dead. She was the last one to die. She was the one to make sure everyone did what they were supposed to do. That was her job.
Why her?
Was she second in command?
You would think that would be the cult leader's job. Right?
Well,
and then like maybe not actually kill himself.
Right. I was like, but that's
all right. Everybody else is
That's
dead?
how you get charged with like murder. Isn't that what Jim Jones did, or did he actually die in his whole thing?
Hey,
I can't remember.
All right, you got some Kool-Aid for us here.
Yes.
Did they drink Kool-Aid with this, or was that Jonestown?
That was Jonestown.
Well,
but
they're all the
still,
same.
it's
Yeah.
a cult and a reason to drink Kool-Aid.
The Nike thing's interesting.
Yeah.
So they were wearing Nike jumpsuits, black Nike shoes, which I'll show you. And I feel like Nike should have released their own, like made them. Here, how do you open this fucking thing?
I mean, they were probably like, they don't even need to do anything. That's just publicity right there,
Yeah. So, I mean, you guys remember
I do.
the whole thing, right?
I mean, we were young.
Hell Bop. So, like, apparently,
I do not remember the comment.
No.
we're going to go over the comment and all that, probably in the Johnny Llama, but the two scientists that found it, Hell and Bop, they found this thing coming towards Earth, and UFO theorists saw that there was this like dust cloud behind it, which is apparently normal, and that's why they thought it was a UFO. Not Hell and Bob, but all the conspiracy theorists.
I mean, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but
So crazy. But we're gonna get into everything, man. It's a large story, and I'm not gonna do it like I did Manson. I promise.
Well, this is fun.
I wonder how many part ones I have out there with no part twos.
There's a couple. It's not a lot. It's really not.
Like how many?
Manson, Charles Sabrage.
Oh shit.
I can't think of any others.
Jen, if you get that shit all over my damn rug, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed.
it's not going on the rug.
What's up, man? We had a lot of viewers on the public one. Holy shit.
I know. It was great.
Jesus Christ. I feel like I have to be somebody.
It's actually green. I was expecting it to be clear for some reason.
I love that it says it's an artificially flavored drink. Like they can't even call it juice.
Well, that's like Yoo-Hoo is a chocolate drink. They figured out that Yoo-Hoo is just chocolate syrup and water.
Yeah, I want that purple stuff.
I almost got the purple.
You remember
The
Dave
grape.
Chappelle? Have you seen that one?
Yeah.
All right, what is up, everyone? Welcome to part 2, The Ascension. I don't know if that's going to be the title or not. I will say, if we were going to do a part 3, that would be titled In the Game. I don't know. But welcome to the part 2.
That is a bright green, too.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, you guys on here.
I thought you were going to give me credit and say that's a bright idea, Jen, for mixing your Kool-Aid with vodka, but
I mean, it is.
I'll take bright green.
It is a very bright color, for sure.
So we are going to do the Johnny Llamas during the week. It would just be way too much to do them all here right now because there's so much.
What other stuff do you
history.
want to cover?
So there's a lot of history in it that I want to cover.
Okay.
I want to do an episode just on the comet.
Okay.
I want to do an episode on their theology, which I'm going to actually go into slightly, but we.
It sounds like you're
Jen,
peeing.
what the fuck?
Stop. Oh my God, Jen.
Jen, go back to sleep.
She's waking up now. I can tell.
So I want to do. I don't know what I was talking about.
We got very distracted.
I want to do. I want to do that one on the comment, and I want to do some other ones, kind of like what. It's not just joining a spaceship. That is what everyone knows. They didn't just ascend to a spaceship. Like they train for years to
Like
go
physically?
up there. Physically.
Like, are they all ripped with six packs?
What I did not mention, and I forgot, that 911 call. Well, I guess I'll mention it on this episode if we're going to get started. Are we doing a shot?
Yeah, we are.
But let me say this right quick so I don't keep you guys on the line. When that 911 call came in, the police got there. The initial reports, if you look at the newspaper archives on the day that this happened, the headlines read 39 male suicide victims because every one of them, including Judith, Julie, and Susan, all had shaved heads. They had all shaved their heads, and they were all wearing the exact same getup. Nike fleece, Nike sweatpants, Nike black shoes. Man, that shit was probably tight, dude. And I saw some meme somewhere, like it said, just do it.
Yeah.
It said the logo was like, just did it.
Oof, that's tough.
Anyway.
All right. Who's this one for?
This is for Colleen, who is over in the Netherlands.
No, it's the Neverlands. Neverland.
Incorrect.
Colleen.
What's up,
Welcome.
Colleen? Thank you.
Surprise shots. Surprise shots. We don't know what they are because they're a surprise.
Heaven's Gate is a trip. Dude, you know what? Honestly, we don't know that they're not up in that damn spaceship
Nope.
right now.
I mean, maybe they're in the spy balloon.
They're probably...
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, good Lord. Fuck.
That was good vodka, though. That's what good vodka.
Is coffee good? What are you talking about?
Oh, I think the coffee behind you.
Oh,
I love coffee.
it's a lot of fucking sugar in it. Honestly. It's all right. You want to taste it? I usually just drink my coffee black. You know who
Well,
has...
it does say coffee as sweet as falling in first love.
Wow.
See, I drink my coffee like motor oil, dude. Like freaking black. I will say, bringing up the Heaven's Gate,
I like it.
in order to prepare for said traveling on spaceship, the members for years participated in coffee enemas,
Interesting.
which is coffee up your boot hole. And actually, Will the Pill on Quackery covered coffee enemas. So if you really, and apparently they work to clean you out and stuff. I'm going to say this. I use coffee. Do I not use coffee in the shower?
You do for your scrub.
My face wash is grinded up coffee beans. It works wonders, man.
It's an exfoliant.
Look how good my face looks.
It does, nice and clear.
There you go. It works great.
So I should start saving my K-cups.
Dude, all that other shit. Just look at any face wash you have. That's why I stopped using soap and shampoo altogether. I just use water.
You've been using it.
A little bit. But if you look at
I
any
use
of that,
natural soap. My sister from the company my sister works at.
Yeah.
natural soap. Natural soap.
Oh my God, I do not want to get into this again. I really don't.
If your face wash says alcohol on the back of it, number one, that is drying your skin out, which makes you look older. So you might as well throw that away. Coffee is the best thing to use. I don't. You guys hate me.
No.
All right. So we gotta wait till the dogs stop barking.
Shram,
Sorry.
yes, coffee tastes good. I like flavored coffee, the one without like.
I love Dee's Pignon coffee. That
Yeah,
she
that's
sent
really
us.
good.
That's all I buy now.
I've been drinking. I've been drinking
Are you gonna-
flavored coffee black
Do you
without
need-
creamer.
She's going to Old Yeller, them dogs. That's fucked.
That's terrible.
So tonight, guys, let me mention this book. I don't know if the authors are even around anymore. I tried to find them because I wanted to interview them. I tried to find them because I wanted to interview them, but I couldn't. They don't have websites or whatever. But the book is called Cosmic Suicide. There's a couple on this cult. This cult is different because unlike other cults that are very militaristic and all this stuff, they stockpile guns like Waco and Ruby Ridge and stuff like that. They're stockpiling guns and they're very outspoken. This cult is very private. That's why the family members couldn't find their family members because that's why the family members couldn't find their missing family members because this cult is extremely private. And in fact, it only had 39 members, and that was for the suicide. It was down to like 24 members at one point, and even less than that. And that's including the actual two. The two is what they're called, the cult leaders, the two.
So how many? And I know you said that there are some around today, probably running the red website. How many is there? Like a modern day count of people who are still in this organization?
Not still in it, but there are ex-cult members that do interviews. The thing about this cult, all right, and we're going to talk about this, but you join this cult for enlightenment, and then they start going into space travel and all this Star Trek shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are like, maybe this isn't right for me. So they just kind of bounce out, which is okay because this cult didn't actually go, and they're not like Scientology and, rope them back in or whatever. But there are cult members that speak out today, with no retribution because everyone's fucking dead. Are floating around in fucking space.
Yeah. So this just hit their 25-year mark.
Did it? I
Yeah.
don't know.
That's-
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So-
Crazy.
This is a crazy story, man. Crazy story. And this picture kind of sums it up. There were 39 bodies. A lot of them were in bedrooms, but some of them were just in this room right here. If you want to describe this room. That man
It's a large room.
It is a very large
Ornate
room.
furniture.
That man is the very pissed off real estate agent that had probably just spent weeks cleaning up the floors because these bodies were in there for quite a while. And I'll show you videos of literal goopage stains
Ew.
of a body getting bloated and then gooping out everywhere. They had to clean all this
I don't
shit.
like the word goop as a verb. That is
Yeah.
a no. That's a no for me.
I mean, it's just crazy. Here's one of the goopage stains
Oh God.
right here. You can see.
Ugh.
You see that goopage
Yeah.
stain?
Okay. That carpet. You know
Needs to go.
Where is Grady Hendrix' book again? How to Sell a Haunted House.
How to Sell a Murder House. That would be a good one for us.
I
Yeah.
mean, I'm just saying he just needs to tear up that carpet, put in gorgeous hardwood floors. There you go. You would never know.
I wonder if this house is haunted. I mean, it doesn't exist anymore, probably.
Oh, this house?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about this house because lately,
No,
Dude,
you see what
I've
you
had-
want to see.
I've had cassette tapes in the garage just fall off onto the floor.
All right, well,
It's like, what, Ghost? You don't like my fucking music? Fuck you. That's why I got all those LL Cool J fucking.
you think she likes LL Cool J?
Oh, so it's a she, so you know who it is?
We know who it is.
We do know that somebody actually passed away in this house. Yes.
Look at this guy. He's just like Goopage.
And it wasn't Barbara.
Nope.
Look at this Goopage. That's what he's saying. That's his exact quote, actually. Quote, look at this Goopage, end quote. Just kidding. That's not his quote.
Oh, I just had deja vu, but it's okay.
Deja Goopage.
Oh,
Deja
Shrey wants
goo.
to know.
God, I'm like already drunk.
It's like story time. Hold up. What? Okay, I don't know if they. So we do. So let me back up. I purchased this house solo before John and I started dating.
Both titties.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, we had just started dating.
You were like, no. Oh, we were on that 2-month thing?
We were early in our dating when I purchased
So you got a
this house.
2-month window. We were in the 2-month window.
We're not talking about your little F up here. We are discussing the
It's not an
house
F up. It's a 2-month grace period.
where John almost ended up on Cheaters. No, just kidding. Anyway,
I don't know this story. We could
that
tell it another
was
time.
not even a part of the story.
Men have a 2-month grace
Okay,
period. From what I
apparently-
thought, what I was told.
Apparently, I need
If
to
you-
tell more of the story than I was going to
You didn't realize you were exclusive?
You have 2 months.
until I caught his ass.
I thought that was the thing. 2 months grace period. That's what I was always
it
taught.
was more than 2 months, but it's fine.
Bullshit.
No, do you want to question my memory
No,
right
okay,
now?
I'm sorry.
Okay, so let me continue. So John and I met, I believe, very end of May 23rd, because the day that we met became our wedding anniversary. So we would always have one anniversary.
Oh, that's what that was for. I'm just kidding. I'm joking. What the fuck?
May 23rd is when we met, and I found what is now our house. In around that time, John actually, like, I put an offer on the house, accepted the offer, all that good stuff. Like, John came with me when the house was getting inspected and stuff like that. Like, and when I closed on July 1st, like, John was there. So we had already started
I closed
dating.
in July too.
There you go, July 1st. So we were
July
fixing
7th,
the house up before, before moving in, scraping popcorn ceilings, all the fun things. And I wasn't going to get into, like, John's pseudo infidelity, but that's what you brought up. So I don't know if I should, like, talk about that.
No.
I vote nay.
It was not even a fucking
But
thing.
I wanna hear about
number
it
one.
later.
Okay, well, I was...
It was not even a fucking thing.
It was before, obviously way before he moved in, but I found...
Okay, no, let's move on.
On his phone, a girl had reached out.
What the
anyway, caught him.
Yeah, and I said, listen, bitch, I'm fucking not single.
Not how that went. But anyway, we have been together ever since. While we were both living here, the one of the girl who lived in the house, the daughter of the owner, had a package that she accidentally had shipped to this house. So we invited her. It was like pouring rain. Invited her in to see all the stuff that was in the house. And it was then that we found out that her mother had actually committed suicide in the house. And that was why.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and that was why, her father eventually sold the house. Didn't think to ask about it, honestly.
You know what? As spooked as I am by ghosts, I didn't ask about people dying in my house either.
Well, there you go. It's like better not to know. So,
But I haven't had any activity though, and then I had Sage when I first moved in.
so she,
That
I think,
doesn't
I
fucking
believe
work.
she had taken like too much like sleeping medication or something like that, and passed away in her sleep. But so we found that out. We ended up being pretty close friends, and she is a very good friend of the podcast.
Yeah, she's hosted a couple of times.
Yeah, she's come over.
hope
She
she's
lives
doing
in
well.
North
She's-
Carolina now, I
Yeah,
think.
North Carolina.
So, So someone did pass away in the house, and I did not know that when I purchased said home. So John, who doesn't believe in ghosts, all of a sudden thinks tapes are falling and shit like that. So
I think tapes are falling. They are falling.
Okay, which tape fell? Trim wanted to know. Do you think she liked the music? She was like,
No,
play that.
No one likes the music. It's called vaporwave. No one likes it.
Well, anyway. So yes,
I just want to get
know.
point in my corner because ghosts are real, y'all.
I don't believe that. I don't know. After that one story we did, though, I'm not totally
Oh, come on.
Otherwise.
Ghosts aren't fucking real, man. You guys are high.
Well, you just said it.
I'm just fucking around. Ghost.
You got scared legitimately when that picture fell
What picture fell?
in my inventory room.
The
One of the pictures on the
Garfield
wall.
one?
One of them, like that style.
I bet you it belonged to someone who's
No.
pissed that they sold it.
No. The fucking back of it broke.
But you were all freaked out about it.
And
Then when a book fell, you were all freaked out about that. You're like, we got to get out of this house, man.
Did he really?
Yes.
All right, well, shit just doesn't fall unless something fucking pushes it.
See?
Ghosts.
See?
It's not a ghost. Anyway.
So yes, there's our ghost, not ghost story of our haunted house.
Thank you, Natasha. Yes, ghosts are real, yo. Cane Bay was actually built on top of an Indian burial ground, and a bunch of houses out there are haunted.
Oh yeah, I would if I knew that. That's
come
gonna be a
on.
no for me, dog. I mean, again, don't believe that it's real, but I do believe in bad juju. You know?
Well, then that's just as dumb.
Yeah, what's the difference? It's not dumb.
I
What's
don't
the
believe.
difference?
It is dumb. So, all right, there's two sides to this. There's two sides to every story. There's ghost and supernatural, and then there's logic and the scientific method, which is proven and legit.
So what about your fear of the picture that fell off the wall and stuff?
That picture was just framed
You were
badly.
freaked out. I'm just saying.
Yeah, because you made it seem like it just jumped off the hook.
I didn't. It did just fall off, though.
May
No,
I
it
remind
broke and fell.
that I have
Yes.
had multiple paranormal experiences.
We cannot talk about the cord because
I'm not talking about the court. I'm talking about my first ghost story.
that is interesting.
The only paranormal experience I had was a night terror, and those are explained by science. And that was really scary.
Well, there you have it.
But most ghosts, just like UFOs, can be explained. Chinese weather balloons, perhaps.
Oh my God, I wonder if it's gonna float over Charleston. It was over Columbia not that long ago, so
And they put out a "Don't shoot it."
Yeah,
Definitely for
alert.
South Carolina.
yeah.
Oh,
Do not
shit.
shoot it.
It's over South Carolina.
You
But-
Why
cannot
are we?
reach it.
But wait, I'm just confused as to why we're allowing this in our airspace. Is it?
Ah.
Democrats. Oh God, sorry, I sound like my dad. I'm not political, guys. I was just making a joke.
But like,
I mean, but because Biden said
don't
he
wanna
don't want to
provoke.
shoot it down. So there's a Chinese
but what if
spy balloon over
But
United
I just
States.
want to know what if. Okay, Biden said he didn't, and I'm not trying to get political. I'm talking about national security. Biden or whoever, the NSA or whatever said that they don't want to shoot it down. But what if that balloon was loaded with chemicals or some anti matter or like
COVID.
no, or
I mean, let's be honest.
no, but I'm serious. What if there was a threat to our safety?
And did you just say antimatter?
I was trying to think of something, and that's what came out. But I know that didn't make
Sounds
any
right.
sense.
Sounds right.
But like, no, seriously though, they said don't shoot it down. Why? Like,
Because the rounds won't reach.
No,
Right.
they
No.
say don't shoot it down because we don't want to piss China. You don't think we have fucking drones flying over fucking China? It's just funny because they're using fucking weather balloons, and we have more high tech shit that they can't see. You know, and everyone has satellites now. Why the fuck are they using a weather balloon?
I don't know.
Well,
I
maybe
just
that's
wanna-
why they don't care.
But that's what it is. What if there's something in there and they're just choosing which geological area to attack? They're like, no, we're gonna let it float over Montana. We're gonna let it float over South Carolina. Now Florida, let's go to Florida.
Oh, that's fine. They take Florida.
Or or New York or Boston. Like what? But I'm saying it could be a threat. How do we know what's in that balloon?
But if
Guess
we
they
shoot
have
it-
sussed this out.
If they shoot it down, then China's gonna be like, "Arr." And we're
Right. No, I know. But what if China and their balloon strike first?
what the hell's the balloon gonna do?
there is.
You don't know what's in the balloon. What if someone
I'm
pops it?
assuming, Jen, that the those that know about said balloon in the office know that there's nothing harmful in it other than maybe it's got a little camera.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not a
Big
conspiracy
whoops.
theorist, but I don't like this weather balloon.
China, I don't think China.
Not me trying to plug my own.
China's
podcast.
Shram said, "I think Florida Air would win."
Yeah, dude.
Swamp Air.
All right, enough of that. You guys want to do this
Yeah.
before Jen falls asleep? So we're gonna go over as much as we can for the second episode. Like I said, though, tune in to Johnny Llama. When can you record?
Monday, Wednesday, Thursday.
You can record Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
As of right now, yes.
All right. So this dude,
John just booked all of those
and
open slots.
literally, like, dude, I want people to be like, "Wow, that's a cool logo."
I do
But
love
no one
it.
has
I love
said
it.
Shit.
That's gonna look great on a t-shirt.
It looks a lot better than my conspiracy logo.
Oh, does it? I haven't compared the two.
I thought you said you liked the conspiracy. First you said, all right, put a logo
Hang on.
up.
All right, hang on. We got to move on. We're gonna move on, and we're gonna start Heaven's Gate. We're gonna put a pin in this, and here we go.
Like the balloon.
We're gonna put a pin in this.
I could do a side by side.
Oh my God! Keep going! Jesus Christ!
I want to know what the people think of my
no,
logo.
no, we're not.
She's like, "No, please don't put yourself through that." That's what she said.
Oh my God!
I can't afford After Effects unless I get it illegally downloaded, which I do have Photoshop illegally downloaded. All right, okay, it's time to rush me. Here we go.
No, let's just get started.
Do your thing because it's what you're good at. All right, we read the 911 call last time. Police found 39 bodies, rotting corpses in the house
That we're gooping.
that were gooping, yeah.
I don't like that.
And can I send you this through email, Nicoise?
I don't know. Can you?
n.quiz@aol.com.
What?
That's your email address.
Oh, so you got a new email address I don't know about.
Yeah, sure.
All right, I'll send it to you. Send. All right, can you read this? This is from the book Cosmic Suicide: The Tragedy and Transcendence of Heaven's Gate by Rodney Perkins and Forrest Jackson. This book was printed in 1997, and which is why I didn't know about the new address of the house, but apparently it's signed. I don't think it's worth anything, but whatever.
The bodies were neatly positioned on their backs, with feet pointed upwards and hands placed at their sides. Purple shrouds covered the faces and chests of most of the dead. As if the deceased expected to go on vacation, beside each body was a bag packed with undergarments, a warm-up suit, and toiletries. Small quantities of money were found in the pockets of several members. Conveniently for authorities, each person had at least one identification card or passport.
Why would they need a passport to go into space?
Just in case somebody's checking that at the,
At the gate.
yeah,
At the gate.
at the gate, yeah.
The space gate.
But I have a question, and it's not too far off course. What happened to the clothes? Like, do you think that when you go to Goodwill that you have ever gotten something that was on a person when they died?
Maybe. I don't do a lot of clothes, though.
No, I know, but they could be wearing shoes when they die.
Sure.
This is one former cult member showing off his Nike kicks. This is for you, Nicole. Which I know you want to like buy all these fucking things probably.
I wonder what they did with them. I do.
It's got the check mark on the bottom. Look at that.
Pretty cool.
So they do have Heaven's Gate Nikes. I don't know if they're legit, but there are a Heaven's Gate Nike. I don't know if Nike came out with that, which wouldn't be that fucked up because this story
Or if
is
someone like customized them.
this story is made fun of a lot by, I mean, Saturday Night Live made fun of it, Letterman, like all these people make fun of it all the time. So it's not
Because
like,
of the Nike tracksuits.
no, because
plus-
of the it's a bunch of, kooks committing suicide.
Well,
But apparently
Well, the
it's not.
suicide part's not really funny, but I mean,
Well,
the premise of their belief is kind of interesting.
Well, it's funny because to them, they didn't
yeah.
commit suicide and they're on a spaceship. You know what I'm saying? So you can make fun of them. Does that make sense? It's kind of a weird.
Like in their eyes, they're not dead. They've just moved on to a different reality. They've jumped timelines, as is the new term.
I mean, they may have. Like, we don't know, dude. They may have been onto something.
I'm gonna
But
venture no.
I'm gonna put. If I was a betting man, though. All right, so let's see inside the house. I'll put this video on talkmurder.com. This is from Associated Press. The bodies there were 39 of them. So you literally see a panel truck delivering or taking these bodies out. They had to put them in a big truck.
Oof.
Oh,
So this
That
is
must have been one smelly ass truck.
oh
oh
hell
my
yeah.
goodness.
Look, he's just dragging them on. Isn't that crazy?
Yikes.
I mean, what you're watching now, the authorities are using forklifts to lift the bodies up and put them in the truck.
Ugh.
Well, they're taking them off now. It looks like.
Ugh.
And we can make fun of this because they didn't commit suicide. They just left their bodies.
Got it.
Which is kind of a dick move because now other people got to clean up your empty
The
vessel.
mess. Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
The videotape discovered and observed,
Oh, there's a
the
videotape.
information obtained from sources all indicate that this was a voluntary situation. They ingested the drugs on their own. They may or may not have been influenced, but we'll never know that. But at this point, this is considered a mass suicide investigation.
All right, what do you guys think about that?
Do you have said videotape?
Yeah, I'm about to show it to you.
Oh.
So let's go. I'm gonna show you videotape like inside the house. Okay, and I mean they're just you can't they're not like dead bodies splayed out because they're all
No,
under the purple garments,
yeah.
But
They were still gooping though.
the reason that there was such goopage is because this suicide happened in 3 stages in 3 different cycles. So
So it's not like they all just did it at once. It was like, cheers.
yeah, so they all
I wonder why.
Well, one did it, then Judith and the people in charge, we imagine, went and make sure they were dead. Everything went okay. Then the second group, boom, and then the third. And she was part of the last. Judith was the last one deceased. That's why we started with her.
Yep.
And we're trying to figure out how these people became involved into this because these weren't just idiots, man. Like some of these people were extremely smart. They were like physicists. A lot of scientists were in this cult.
Yeah.
Oh. Science and logic, you said, right?
What does that mean, Jen? What you trying to say, huh?
Jen's like, I don't know.
All right, let me show you this video. All right, where is this fucking thing at? One second, sorry. So any questions?
Not yet.
I'm trying to get a good one. That's why it's taking me a second.
No worries.
All right, here we go. So here's like inside the mansion right here is kind of a little walkthrough. So you see the bodies right there. This is in one room, obviously. You go to a next room, which is right beside there. You see there's two bodies on bunk beds. And they're all the same, right? They all, under those blankets, they all have shaved heads. They're all wearing Nikes, black everything, and the purple shroud or whatever it's called over them. And they all probably smell pretty nice.
Like what were the phases? Like how long between the first death and the last death?
It was
Days or weeks or?
It was pushing a week.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna smell.
Yeah, it smelled terrible. I mean, the first cycle, which we saw earlier, the one with the real estate agent there, and he was like looking at the blood, like that is when the body bloats up, and then all that stuff just, eventually drains itself out. That's what happens to a body. It just drains out the eyes and other stuff. Like all that fluid, when you bloat, your gases like push your body to bloat, and then all that fluid has to come out somewhere. So it looks for like your eyes and your butthole and your ear hole. So
Thanks for that.
now I'm going to show you the actual cult leader here in a second. He was found in a room by himself, and there was an interesting photo beside him. If anyone wants to take a guess what that photo is, I don't know. I'll give you a cookie or something.
A cookie?
But this is the bodies here. And like I said at first, they thought they were all male.
Because of the shaved heads?
Yeah. So, what do you guys think, man?
What was the thing?
Oh, there we go. Sorry, guys. It disconnected for a second.
I think we're back.
Real estate consultant Randall Bell points to bloodstains left on the marble floor by one of the bodies, which had bloated and seeped bodily fluids in the Rancho Santa Fe, California mansion where 39 Heaven's Gate cult members killed themselves in March. Bell has been hired by the mansion's owner, which we'll talk about him in a second, to oversee renovation of the house to be resold. The $1.3 million mansion will be stripped down to get rid of smell from the bodies, and most of the fixtures will be changed to remove the stigma of mass suicide. So that caption is of this photo, which I showed you earlier, but here it is again of this one. So,
wow.
I mean, that's seep goopage. Kind of gross, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Ugh.
All right, here's a kind of cool little infographic I found about kind of like where this happened at. I know it's maybe hard for you guys to see, but
And all the different people.
Yeah. So this is like male versus female and where they're from: Texas, Arizona, Texas.
How did they all come to be here?
Well, that's what we're going to get into with this story. That's what I'm saying. Like you can present the story like everyone wants to get on the UFO, or you can like go into like what compelled them to do this. They knew they were going to kill themselves. It's not like they drank Kool-Aid and it's like, fuck, is there something in this? No, they were drinking it willingly. Going back to the first episode, when she put the bag over her head, it's not that and I was saying she was doing it quietly so she didn't wake her up, which, yeah, probably. But even if she did, there would be no resistance because that was the point. In fact, that brings me to something good. There was suicide instructions found. And if you want to, can you read this, Niquiz? Let me send it to you. There were
Go ahead. I mean, it's just gonna take a minute for me to see it.
You want me to read it? No, you should read it.
Okay.
So there were suicide instructions found at the scene. So, I mean, I shouldn't say suicide because these people, these cult members, did not think it was suicide. They thought they were literally leaving their vessel, their body, which they have been training for months, doing different things we're going to talk about to get to the next level.
Are they doing the burpee challenge?
Yeah. Dude, that guy is fucking 85 years old.
Wait, what?
What?
That guy I showed you?
He-
I'll talk about that in a
No.
minute. I'll talk about that in a minute.
He's not 85.
Are you sure?
No.
It said his thing says born in 1938.
No.
All right, I'll show you in a minute.
Not 85.
I will tell you what we're talking about here in a second. Can you read what I just sent you?
Her mind is still blown.
Not 85. Not possible. If so, I'm going to do the burpee challenge every fucking day of my life.
Not me. Couldn't pay me
Because
enough.
that would be the most fit 85-year-old I've ever seen. According to the San Diego County Medical Examiner's Office, instructions for the method of suicide were found at the scene. They were instructed to drink the vodka, eat a few teaspoons of pudding or applesauce, stir in the powder, eat it quickly, drink some more of the vodka medicine, and lay back and relax.
Vodka medicine.
After breathing has slowed down, use plastic bag to be sure.
To be sure.
Yeah, so they have to have Judith as the last one,
Judith.
you know. The reason that the cult leader, and when I say cult leader, there are two, but one of them had already passed from an actual illness. So the man, he was which his name is, do you know his name?
It's like X. No, that was the.
Well,
the partner.
his real name is Marshall Applewhite. That's
Right.
the guy on this book. But at the time he was going by Doe.
Doe. Oh, and Doe and Jan?
No, Do and T
Do
from
and T.
Sound of the Music.
Oh, yeah.
Do, re, mi, fa,
Oh.
sol, la, ti. So you had Do and T, which we're going to talk about. But anyway.
There's a pizza joint around the corner called a Do Re Mi.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yes.
Have you tried it?
Yes.
Is it good?
Yes. Funnily enough, that was the pizza that I ordered that first night that I signed on the house. A Do Re Mi.
All right, check this out.
I haven't been there, but I've always wanted to.
It's good.
This guy, all right, so this has nothing to do with this story, but I found this guy on YouTube. This guy is, I guess he's a Navy SEAL or something, but he only does burpees. That's all he does. He doesn't do anything else, and he only does 80 minutes a week, and he only does burpees.
80 minutes a week?
Yeah, and he is fucking ripped, dude. Like, super fucking ripped. Let me show you a video of this dude.
I'm sorry. Show me where he shows when he was born.
I will show you in a second. But this is,
When people ask me how I got into shape, and
He's
I tell
fucking
them that
ripped.
I'm a burpee practitioner, they think that I'm talking about the CrossFit style burpee. That's the kind that we read about in
like,
the...
all he does is just 2 types of burpees. That's all he does. And so he doesn't sell a program. It's just showing you how to do the burpees. That's the program, right? Mm-mm. But yeah, right here it says born 1938, which would make him 85 years old.
That man is not older than my father.
No way.
Yeah, but your father doesn't do thousands of burpees.
He did
Max
at one point.
Edwards? I feel like we need to look this up.
Well, look it up.
No way.
But so he has different levels. Look at this fucking dude. And that's all natural too. He is fucking
Someone Google this man.
ripped, dude.
Chat
No fucking
Chat
way.
Chat GBT this man.
If he's 85, but all he
If
does,
he's 85 years old, I will fucking do this program.
all he does is 20 minutes. So he does it 4 times a week, 20 minutes a day, 4 times a week of burpees. That's all he does. He says that's the only movement you need. That's the only one that actually trains everything. That's all he does is burpees. That's it. Nothing else. Just burpees. Mm-mm. And he doesn't try to sell anything, which is why I'm like super interested in it, because he doesn't have anything to sell. He just tells you how to do burpees. I don't know,
The
man.
Navy SEAL military burpee.
He's like,
2,
this is all he does.
plank position. 3, chest to ground. 4, come out of the push-up, bring the right knee to the chest.
I mean, he's fucking ripped, dude. I'm
Fine.
sorry.
Chest to ground.
Yeah, if anyone wants to see if he's 85 years old, because I saw that and I was like, what the fuck?
I'm not seeing a different year. I don't know.
Ask your AI bot.
I don't think it's going to know. I
Well,
mean,
you don't know if it's going to know
but it
unless
just-
you ask it.
it just pulls stuff from the internet, so it's just going to pull. I don't know. Me and Shram are going to start doing burpee challenges.
Did you just volunteer her?
Yeah, pretty much. Or maybe Martin want to do it with me. I'm interested in
Shit,
it.
I might do it with you if he's 85 fucking years old.
That dude's 80 fucking 5, Jen. 80 motherfucking 5 years old. He's a burpee practitioner. And he's only got like 10,000 followers on YouTube. He's like not known. I don't know how I got... Anyway, sorry, I'm way off course here, guys. Let me get back to what I'm doing. Babe. All right. I know, right? 80 fucking 5? There's no way.
No, it can't be. It like literally cannot.
He doesn't
be.
even have gray hair. Like
I
even
know.
if your body.
No,
it
that's
looks
not
like that.
true. There was a guy who was a counselor in our school who was like 70 and he ran every day. He ran miles and miles every day and he looked so young and he was like 70 years old. His name was Mr. Ellis.
I mean, to be fair, my grandmother did not have a lot of gray hair on my dad's side. She only got a little bit of salt and pepper in her 80s, and she lived in her 90s.
If he's 85, would you start doing these burpees with me?
Fuck yeah!
I did it the other day. My heart rate stayed the same. I didn't get all like tired, and like my heart rate was like at that fat level burning zone, like 165 ish.
Here's my issue. I don't think I have ever successfully done a push-up in my entire life.
Well, then you probably just...
You can start with doing the one that like your knees touch the ground if you can't. You know what I mean?
It doesn't matter. Like my back muscles are not strong enough.
They get strong enough.
All right, can you describe this guy for us? This is the leader here. His name is Applewhite. Is his last name?
He looks
Not like
Cucamonga.
he does not look like the man.
Yeah, he does not look like Busy Dad. He does look 85 though.
He does. But his eyes are like, let's go do this thing, guys.
Would you follow him into a spaceship?
No.
Fuck no.
But he looks
He
like the
looks
type
like
of person
he's going
who
to
would.
a spaceship. Yeah.
He looks like the type of person who would take you to a spaceship. I'm going on a trip to the rocket ship. What is that show? Baby Genius or something? Baby, I don't know. That it's a kids show that's like talks about the rocket ship song. Natasha, what is the name of that show? I know you know.
So, guys, all right, number one, think about this. How crazy
Daniel
is
Tiger,
this?
maybe.
How crazy is this? There are other cults, right? And
Lots of them.
but this is the first one. This is the first. The correct term is UFO cult. This is the first one. Now there are other alien cults out there.
Oh yeah.
Mormonism. There's
Scientology.
Christianity is an alien cult. It is, right? I mean, Jesus came from
No.
God's seed and or some shit like that.
Well, no,
Not
well,
really.
no.
If
no,
he came
because-
from, if he did not come from Earth, then it's a
no,
extraterrestrial.
but he was born a human. He was a human. He was born of Mary. Mary gave birth to him.
You're not going to win that one, John. So move on.
Jesus was a real person.
Scientology. You've got Mormonism. Sure. Yep. We're with you.
Mormonism would be the first alien cult. There's a difference between alien and UFO cult, but there's an author that I can't recommend because you guys would think I'm crazy, but his books are really interesting. His name is Eric von Daniken, and he's got like
I've heard of him.
He's got like 100 books, and his famous one, Chariots of the Gods, was released like in the 70s before the suicide. So it's definitely an influence here, as was Star Trek and other things. In fact, in the compound, the mansion, they had a list of approved programs that they could watch, and it was stuff like Star Trek and Stargate and stuff like that.
Interesting.
It was only sci-fi stuff. So this cult was very sci-fi based. Anyway, Eric von Däniken, this German, I don't know what to call him, a researcher,
Alien astrophysicist.
alien astronaut theorist, he postulated in the 70s that his belief is that aliens had visited before humans existed and have since kind of led us to where we are and are maybe even trying to help us get to a certain stage. You know what I'm saying? But the aliens had influences over us. That's what he believes.
Eric von Däniken.
Yeah.
Now, you like UFOs and aliens and like learning about this. When, and I'm sure you've heard from ancient aliens or whatever, when in the first time in human history did we start to become so fascinated with aliens, and when did it become like, oh yeah, there are beings that come from outside of our sky and outer space? Like, when did we become aware of outer space?
Very early on, especially. I mean, the stars were a very important part of like navigation. That's how they came up with origin theories. You know, how the Earth, like all that stuff.
It all ties in together. So when you see something like a comet and you're in the 1700 BC or whatever, you don't know it's a comet. You think it's some kind of God sending something, like a sign or something. So basically, if you're thinking it's a God not of this planet, it's basically an alien, in my opinion, right? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I guess. But like, when
spaceships and stuff,
like yeah,
like actual metal flying saucers, that was probably like in the 1800s, I would imagine.
Like when we knew what outer space was, that there were other planets out there, what a planet was. You know what I mean? Like, because
I think it's too big of a question for today.
All right, so
yeah, probably so.
But that's what Johnny Lama's for. For instance, okay, in the book of Revelation, right? All the people that have got saved, they ascend into a cloud. Well, let's put yourself back in the shoes in ancient Jerusalem or whatever, in ancient Israel, where you don't know what a UFO is, and if you saw one, you wouldn't know how to explain it. Let's say you see a silver disc and people are ascending into it. You write down on your little, your scroll or whatever, they ascended into a cloud, because you don't have any words for UFO. Mm-hmm. You just say it was a cloud. It looked like a cloud. They ascended into a cloud. So, you know what I'm saying? That's where Eric von Däniken gets his kind of, it's like wordplay. If you never seen something, you can't describe what it is. You have to describe it based on what you know.
I wonder when the word thing became.
Wow, this is getting real existential.
Like, how
let's move on to the story. We're gonna pause that question and move on back to Heaven's Gate.
All right.
Y'all always cut me off at my deep questions. I understand
for a reason.
I
for
know.
a reason. We will be here for another 5 hours.
I know, but they're good questions.
We will get back to you on Monday. Save that and just put that in your back pocket.
I'm gonna forget, and y'all know.
All right, so this is Applewhite when he was found right here. From all my sources, I think that this is the actual photo. Now, beside him, you can't see it because it was never made public, but there is a photograph beside him.
Of?
And I think it was like resting right beside him.
I do like those Nikes.
I know, right? Fuck yeah.
Like, I've been looking for a pair of black Nikes to wear on the sidelines, and I like those.
Dude, so this cult was fucking sick, right? They had patches and everything. Like, they had 2 patches made, and they said away team. Like going away, but they were sick, dude. Like, I would love to wear that shit.
We have t-shirts.
Like, as a cult, they were like, they're stylish.
Maybe when we do the Behold Johnny Lama, we need to have a patch on the arm that's away team on this.
Well, so she's gonna buy me a skateboard deck with the guy's face on it, which maybe she'll buy it.
With Applewhite's face on it?
Now, if there's a photo beside this guy of What do you think the photo would be? If he's going to put a photo beside him when he kills himself, what is it going to be?
A
Take
spaceship.
guess.
The comet?
Close. This is the actual photo. Can you describe this?
An alien.
Now,
Is that what he's supposed to look like after?
yes. So we're going to get more into this in Johnny Llama. But during the years of them preparing themselves to leave their vessel, which is this thing full of fucking diseases and oh, my knee hurts and just shit, biological bullshit.
My
that
burpee made apps.
that only lasts 70 to 100 years if you're lucky. Leave this vessel, empty it out, and ascend into another being, which is this guy right here, this cute little alien guy. And apparently he knew this guy. Like, they were fucking friends and shit, from what he's going to say. Like, they were...
I don't want to look like that.
Like what, Mark Zuckerberg?
That was good.
All right. So you read the suicide instructions. One more thing on the suicide. It seems like they took those instructions from a controversial guide back in the day, which I actually downloaded. I don't know if anyone wants it.
Baby Einstein. That's the song. That's where the song is from. I'm sorry. It came to me.
The book is from Derek Humphreys. It is a controversial guide to self-suicide that he had published. And the title of that is Final Exit. But it seems like they had pulled this from chapter 22. So it was very... So they basically... Somebody read this book and almost word from word they pulled how to kill themselves. Quote, drink the vodka, eat a few teaspoons of pudding or applesauce, stir in the powder, eat it quickly, drink some more of the vodka medicine, and lay back and relax.
So who wrote this book about suicide?
It was someone unrelated to this cult. It was just a psychologist.
But like, why? I wonder if that book is still published. Like, you should
Probably not.
pull that off of the
I have
shelf.
it if you want it. I mean, it's still out there. I was interested in it. What the fuck? Like, it's good material to have for this podcast.
Yeah. For
Like,
the
I
podcast.
wanted to see the fucking chapter where they pulled it from.
Oh, I thought you were saying if I want it as
No.
I took
I
it the
want
wrong
it
way. I took what you said the wrong way. My
I wanted
apologies.
the same
Mea
reason.
culpa.
The same reason I want it is because I had like cannibalism books over here and shit.
And the DSM-5 and all that. Yeah, I know. I thought you were suggesting that I read it for a different reason.
Well, it's history. I mean, all right, this is the guy right here before he got all cuckoo.
Oh, yeah, he looks like a nice young boy. He still kind of looks like, let me try to charm you to join this. Let me sell you a vacuum. Ding dong. Hello, ma'am. Have you heard of our Ultralux 2000? Yes, it sucks all the dirt and dust off of your floors. And guess what? We sell it for a low price of $19.99, which was expensive back in the 60s.
Yeah.
I
So
can see that.
that is the guy, and I'm gonna talk about him 1 second. I just want to show you one thing that I found. That's kind of funny, and I need a good joke because I'm a funny guy.
You are.
Hold on, I'm trying to find it. It is so the whole point of this cult was to ascend to the gate of heaven. That's what they would call it. However, in for my research, I found that that wasn't the actual gate of heaven.
I'm just wondering, like, are we not good enough as we are to go to the gate of heaven? Why do we have to become aliens?
This is the actual gate of heaven. This is the gate of heaven.
Ding dong.
That looks like a trick. I don't know.
Hello?
Like, what is it? Where is this?
Why isn't anyone answering?
It looks like the gates to hell right there. Jesus.
The gate's to a good time. A donkey show, man.
Shram says.
I bet you
"Seems
there are a lot of
legit."
holes and walls in there.
But this is the gate of heaven. Like,
Where the fuck is that?
How isn't anyone answering?
Oh,
what did you just do to my
Jen!
fucking camera, Jen?
Jen.
Seriously? You just ruined this whole fucking 400 episodes down the fucking shitter. This is the gate of heaven.
A little higher.
This is the gate of heaven. This has nothing to do with the story. I literally typed in gate of heaven and this is what came up.
I really would love to know where that is. I would love a photo in front of said gate of heaven.
It might be in like Baghdad or some shit. Who knows?
Is there also a van that says free candy? Shram would like to know.
Shram, after our camera debacle, said 404 John not found.
That's fucked up. Damn it. You see, I titled this one 405.
Yeah.
I got to do a fucking episode now.
Oh,
just for that
so
shit. So
sad.
stupid. All right, let's talk
It'll
about
be
this.
worth it.
Let's talk about this guy real quick.
Marshall
Applewhite. Now, I'm going to talk about the other woman. There is another woman
Oh, no.
involved. What?
Just...
Oh, but she died before they ascended into heaven. But she was probably already there waiting for him, I guess, in the spaceship. You know, with all the other fucking nutcrackers, I guess. But Herb Applewhite was actually a music genius. Well, not he was a music prodigy, much like Manson. A lot of this story and the Charles Manson story, they have a lot of parallels. They were both musically inclined. In fact, Applewhite had an amazing voice, and his whole life was trying to star in these theater roles. In fact, this is a photo of him right here doing that. He starred as, I know it looks like he's got titties there, but
No, it's just the jacket.
But he starred in these theater roles, and he was getting pretty well known for that. However, there was something that had happened when he was a teacher that kind of disgraced him. So he was a music teacher, and there was
Did he sexually assault one of his students? Because that would definitely be disgraceful.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Oh, good guess.
But he was married at the time, a male student. Now, this is an allegation. There's no actual proof, but all the other cult members that are still alive and all the books and everything else claim that he was let go because he had an affair with a male student. Now, a lot of this story in the Johnny Lime episodes, because it's going to be too long here, we're going to go into some of the practices they've done in this cult. One of those practices is to abstain from sex. And the best way to do that is to cut your little wiener off. And so a lot of the members castrated themselves.
A lot of the members.
That was good. That was good, Jen.
A lot of the members cut off their members.
Nice.
Does anyone say that like during sex? Oh yeah, put that member inside of me.
Wouldn't know, but I would not say that.
Put that member in my
Ew,
palace.
ew. Can you just stop now?
No, member and palace do not go together as words, and I don't know anyone who would use... No. Why would you say that?
I don't know, man.
All right, the member. They cut off their members.
And
what?
Why is in porn like everything
Hang
your
on, hang on.
stepsister?
Can we go back to the
Like,
they
it-
cut off?
Wait.
So do they not bleed to death?
I
I'm
thought that when
confused.
you're castrated, you just cut off the balls. You cut off everything?
Yeah, they cut off everything.
How do they go to the bathroom?
Hold on a second. Most of them, which we're going to get into later, had the balls cut off only. That was including Herb Applewhite, which had, well, yeah, he went by Herb and all
Basil?
kinds
kinds
of
of
shit.
names.
Anyway,
Time?
he had that done to him.
Parsley.
And he would get that. They got that surgery in Mexico, obviously, because no doctor here would do it. But the reason
Oh, Mexico, you sound so...
the reason they do it is to abstain from sex, because here's what we're going to get into. Why does it matter if you have sex? Like, it doesn't. Like, why restrict the members from having sex? Well, here's the psychology that's kind of hidden. Applewhite, one of the leaders, was closeted homosexual. Mm-hmm. Okay, and he knew that, but yeah, he was ashamed of it, which kind of like explains the whole self-castration,
Right.
because he doesn't want to admit that he's a homosexual. Mm-hmm. So why isn't just not possible that, you know, the aliens tell us that no one can have sex for years? You know what I'm saying? That way he doesn't have to worry about it.
Got it.
So a lot of this cult is that we're going to talk about isn't really based on beliefs and things that he's been transmitted. But if you dive really deep into it, it's basically a cult of this guy's fragmented psychology, right? They're really following this guy's screwed up kind of worldview and view on himself. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But, which is kind of crazy. Anyway, he had an affair with a student. This happened twice, actually. Now, his father was a Presbyterian, very strict, church-going man, and would basically disowned him after this happened. And what the fuck was that? I told you there's a fucking ghost in here. What was that?
Probably a dog trying to get in here, but it's blocked.
Oh. He ended up in the hospital, which he never said that he went there because he had a mental breakdown, which is what everyone thinks. He said that he was visiting a friend, although he visited that friend and stayed there for a very long time, for at least a few weeks. That's where he met this woman, Bonnie Lou Truesdale Nettles, otherwise known as T. Bo and T are Peep, Bo and Peep.
I thought it was Doe and T.
Or Doe and T are Bo and Peep. They have different names.
Confusing. Okay.
Bo and Peep.
So, okay, sorry.
And I kept calling him Do. Like when I'm reading it, I know it's Doe, but I kept calling him Do. I'm like, Do and Ty. What the fuck?
Do tie me up.
And I have to like freaking go over that song like Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti. Okay, T.
So...
Do and T. Do and Ty.
So he has an affair with a student twice, then goes away to an institution, but says he's visiting a friend, and he meets Bonnie T, whoever, at the said institution.
Yeah.
That's the timeline?
That's the timeline.
Okay.
And
so this is after his second.
Yeah, like I said, we're going to supplement a lot of this week on Monday or whatever.
Right. Gotcha.
But let me just kind of go over the basics belief system. And he gets really wild, but this is the basic of what they believe. They can become immortal by achieving the evolutionary level above human. Now that's the title. They have a really good marketing strategy. And so they say, oh, we're not committing suicide. We're just ascending to the next level. You know, it's very self-helpish.
Yeah. Can I just put emphasis on the fact that both of these cult leaders were in a mental institution when they met?
Well, Bonnie Lou Nettles was actually his nurse. So she was a registered nurse at said hospital. That's how they met. Oh. She, in fact, was looking for something also. I saw an interview with her daughter that said that, you know, the daughter and mom, Nettles, would do everything together, but they would often sit outside. And once they saw like a shooting star, comet, and they would talk about, you know, what if it's a spaceship, and, you know, what if it came and lifted us up? Like, she was very spiritual and metaphysical before she even met this guy.
Right.
And this guy is desperately looking for something else. So it's like this toxic, weird kind of meld here going on.
Yes, and again, let me put emphasis. And they met at an institution, and they both were like, "Yeah, aliens."
Let's get on up on this spaceship.
I'm gonna show you, like, for the next kind of episode, we're gonna kind of get into it. I'm gonna go over the autopsy right quick of him, and then we're gonna cut it. But the whole 2 years before this, well, several years, but the 2 years right before this, they got real serious on trying to transform their body physically into an alien's body. There goes the shaved heads, the stuff, the cleanses they would do, the abstinence of sex, stuff like that, because they thought their body was just a vessel. So to them, they weren't killing themselves. They were just transmitting. Actually, to get into it, an alien came down, and each one of their bodies, the alien kind of took over their body and then grabbed a hold of their soul, I guess you will, and then shot them up to the fucking spaceship. That's basically what they believe. We're going to get into it and all this stuff and the asteroid and everything else, but this is going on way too long. I kind of want to go over the autopsy real quick. It's nothing different much from what the other ones had, but
I mean, I'm sorry, I don't mean to keep harping on this, but she's a nurse at this place where he was.
we're going to get into her a lot.
But like,
Because she is, and let me just show you. Let me show you her right quick. I didn't want to get really into her right now because it's going to be way too long. But let me show you her. They were basically soulmates. Now he was gay. Keep that in mind. So, and she was straight. So I don't know if they've ever had any sexual relations.
I mean, you can be a soulmate without being sexual, or a twin flame, or whatever. But like,
They had a bond.
They had a bond, and that's fine. But again, she was a nurse at this institution, and he was a pedophile, and so, but like, she was looking for something, and then he was like, aliens, and like, yeah, like, this is a great idea. Let's get people to join us.
It goes in deeper than that.
Like,
but number one, he wasn't.
It is deeper than that. But like again, like, you have. I mean, a sane person would be like, "Why is this person here?" Now, I understand.
He wasn't a pedophile. Number one.
Did he not have 2 affairs with the students?
Yeah, college students.
Oh, they were college students.
Yeah, my bad.
Sorry.
No, I'm not sticking up for the guy. I'm just trying to correct. You know.
Well, if you're in college, like, you're over. Like, I'm assuming you would be over the age of consent, which is, but you're still in a position of. So pedophile, no, but still in a position of power. You shouldn't be doing that. Sorry, let me retract my statement. I assumed when you said students, it was like high school or younger.
This is Nettles right here. Now, I'm going to talk about her more later. She is the one, the actual mastermind behind this. Applewhite was just kind of the
catalyst,
if you will. He was the talker, and he had a voice like this, and he talked like in a children's.
Oh, that's fucking creepy.
Yeah, it's really creepy how he talks. Do you want to hear? You want to hear how he talks?
Yes. Yes.
I've come across people in my life. I will never forget. There was this one when I was a sandwich artist. Like, there was this one customer who it was this one customer.
You mean you were working for Jared and his?
Not for Jared. He was just a spokesperson. I wasn't working for him. But there was this one customer who would always come in. He was like this sweet little old man, and he would talk. He would be like, "Can I have a tuna sandwich with like lettuce, tomato, cheese?" And I was like. And I had tried so hard to maintain my composure, not to make fun of him, but it was like unexpected.
Yeah.
Did you make fun of him?
No.
I would have made fun of him.
She is now.
I'm not making fun of him. I'm just sharing a story about my life.
Literally just making fun of someone. That's so fucked
I'm not
up.
making fun of him. I'm sharing a story about my life.
It's okay. We're about to make fun of this guy, so it's cool.
Yeah. Let me show you. I'm just going to do a little teaser here, I guess, of him talking. I don't know. Do you guys, anyone still listening to this? And so I put a lot of effort in the first story. So this story is going to kind of be like piecemeal. But let me show you this guy. So his father was a reverend. Forgot to mention that. But this is a lot of charisma. This is him right here.
Performer. He would have the audience in the palm of his hand. But it was widely rumored that he was having an affair, that he had a gay son.
I'm sure in Jesus' eyes, his relationship to his father was, goodness, when will I ever grow to be like my father? I'm so ignorant.
What do you think?
I do think so.
His voice isn't
poor.
that
I can't
changed.
get them right.
Yeah, but he's very, like Mr. Rogers-ish.
I didn't hear the hype. Like,
It wasn't as high as I thought you were
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
say. Was it effeminate? Maybe a little bit, but not really.
I think it's more just like his expressions.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, let me...
There's that. Remember I was watching that documentary that one time. Yeah, it was
This
kind of like
suited
that.
tea
Oh, shit, sorry. Yeah.
steel. In fact, while with you, that's
What the fuck, man? Play his actual video.
But when I was talking about my customer as a Subway sandwich artist, that was not an exaggeration. Like, that was what he sounded like. So then some people have that, and that's okay. That's just how your voice is, and you can't control that.
Another thing I want to do for this week is go over the farewell video. So a lot of these...
Oh, he made a farewell video?
Well, all the cult members made farewell videos.
Oh.
And
like a slideshow for graduation.
Yeah, but they weren't thinking they were dying, obviously. They're thinking they were going to a spaceship.
And gasped as each one of these
say how thankful I am to Doe and T for helping me and taking me under their wing, and all my classmates have been
How
so
old is that kid?
great to
Like
me and
18?
all the problems I've caused.
The youngest member of the...
Yeah, I mean, fucking young-ass dude. I'm trying to get him talking. Let me see.
Free will.
That I am doing this of my own free will. That I am
As I exist, I have free will.
I am doing this.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll get into that. But I don't know. What do you guys think so far? Pretty crazy, eh?
This is totally cuckoo.
But I want to get into why. Like, I mean, come on. Like, do they really think that? And yeah, these people did believe it, which is crazy. But, oh shit, we're going to go over the autopsy right quick, just for the podcast. Let me see. The autopsy of him is nothing special from what everyone else had. I'm going to go over the findings. He had alcohol in his system, phenobarbital, and hydrocodone. And he was found in a room by himself with that alien picture right beside him. Probable asphyxia with plastic bag. So he himself took his own advice and put the plastic bag over himself. Everything else in the autopsy I've seen was literally normal besides his, balls cut off. But
is it weird to say, not glad, but like, at least he followed his own advice and did what he told everyone else to do, because I feel like there are some cult leaders out there who may have led their cult members to death and did not A, follow through, or B, do the same thing that they advised their cult members to do.
Well, like Jim Jones, like if you didn't want to follow through, you got shot. He hired his own army or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, crazy.
But I mean, like I feel like there's someone out, and I don't remember, because like I said in the first episode, I don't remember exactly what happened with Jim Jones himself, but like you could be like, okay, well, eat this, drink this, and then you got to put a bag over your head. Like, he very easily could have just, eaten plain applesauce and water and sat there and watched while all these people died. He could have just put the coat over his head, but then he put like the plastic. Like, I'm not.
He believed it himself.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
also wanted to die. Like, it wasn't like, I'm going to trick all these people. He genuinely
and there
believed
are
it.
people out there who have cults that are just like, all right, y'all gotta believe this because y'all are sheeple or whatever, and that don't actually believe, but they want a position of power. But like,
I think he actually was crazy.
Yeah, it seems like he believed in his cause.
Yeah, and this cult is very different, which we're going to get into, but it wasn't like any other cult, like the Manish. Was it the Manishis or whatever?
Rushnishis.
Oh yeah, like that's the Bikram yoga
guy. The Wild Wild Country.
Oh no, Wild Country.
Those cults are always trying to gain more members. This cult really didn't want any more members. However, it did put out some really cool marketing flyers, and they were really UFO based. Like, UFOs are coming to destroy your planet. Like, how can you be, how could you prepare yourself? This is one right here. Last chance to advance beyond human. That's an actual flyer that was out.
Wow.
And this would be posted all over, the light poles and stuff like that. It says, members of the crew that are here speak on evolutionary level above human, what religions call the kingdom of God. is many membered kingdom, a physical kingdom level above the human kingdom with souls, minds, and bodies, not just spirits. The kingdom level makes its headquarters in the most distant segment of the heavens outside of time, from whence the creation originates, both terrestrial and extraterrestrial. You also have to remember that when this was really popular in the 70s, and this was the first UFO cult, what was also really effing popular? Star Trek, right? So what they were preparing their bodies for is the same thing as what Captain Kirk and all those other characters on that show did every time they stepped on that transporter, teleporter, that...
Beam me up, Scotty.
Beam me up, Scotty. Yeah, exactly. They were literally getting beamed up. So to them, they thought this was real. And it was real to them.
But I'm just wondering if they were pro-alien or anti-alien, because if they were like, because when you think about it, like if you're pro-alien and it's like, yeah, all these aliens, they're going to come and like be on their side. But if you don't join us, then you're anti-alien. But it's like, I don't know. I that thought had a lot more background before I started talking.
I'm going to get into
Maybe
it.
I'll talk about it next week when I'm I don't know.
Yeah, let's do it like on Monday. Let's get back into this. It'll be the Johnny Llama. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but Johnny Llama.
Oh, is it, we're combining that?
I guess. You can have your own segment for it, like a surprise.
We'll figure it out.
We'll talk about it.
So we're going to do that, and I'm going to get into all that. Obviously, this has got to be murder, so I got to stick to that. But I think that's it for today.
Cool.
Okay.
Did you want me to read the autopsy thing?
No, I'll have you put that in
Okay.
later because I want you to read all the other stuff I read.
No worries.
But that's it, man. I'm exhausted. I'm ready to get out of here. But I hope you guys liked that. The first episode was a little different, and I'm glad you guys stuck with me. I hope you guys really liked it. And I don't know. We're going to try to do this all week because there's a lot to get into. Like I want to go over the Hellbop comment, and there was actually like doctored images that came out. I mean, there's a whole scandal behind that. There's all kinds of other scandals, and this cult is extremely interesting. Anyway, so that's what we're going to talk about during the week. So when Monday? What time?
I get out of practice at 6:30, so I would advise 7 or 7:30.
Okay.
7:30. Do you want to do it just for our Supremos, like or what?
Yeah.
All right, so we're just going to do it just for you guys that are on here now. It'll be on the Johnny Llama stream, but I'll make it unlisted just for you guys. And we'll make, dude, by the time Friday comes, if you're at a party and someone mentions Heaven's Gate, you'll be able to rattle off shit that will blow their fucking mind, right? I mean...
that is exactly what these guys are hoping for.
Yeah,
I know.
because there's other cults, too, that I'm going to kind of intertwine. It's going to be a lot of stuff. I've been prepping a lot of stuff for this, but
cool.
I hope you guys enjoyed that, and... that's it. So that's all I got. And we'll be on the Discord. This week was kind of shitty. So we got to get back on the Discord. It's kind of shitty with the work. But Natasha, you're on here, and I'm so glad that you stayed on with us.
Shram's here too.
Shram's here. And that's all I got. So
thanks, guys.
Until next time. Good night, you lovely, lovely people.